On this December 7th, 2022, to commemorate the 81st anniversary of the attacks on Pearl Harbor, a special ceremony was held earlier today in Harrisburg.
Erie News Now state capitol correspondent Brendan Scanlon was there and heard from members of the Navy and veterans, including a Pearl Harbor survivor. He joins us now live with more details. Good evening, Brendan.
Good evening, Mike and Eva. Yeah, certainly a special day and an incredible experience to meet and speak with one of the few remaining Pearl Harbor survivors. We heard today just how important it is to remember and honor the sacrifices of both those who are still with us and those who perished 81 years ago today.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
81 years ago today, over 2,400 American lives were lost at Pearl Harbor. Today, at the state capitol, a special commemoration of the lives lost and the tragic events that destroyed or damaged 19 U.S. Navy ships, including 8 battleships.
This is very important that we remember our veterans from World War II, but in particular, on December 7th, our veterans who were at Pearl Harbor when they received and were on the forefront of that unprovoked attack from the Japanese.
Of the veterans who experienced the attacks, only a handful are still living. One of them is Staff Sergeant Richard Schimmel, who was a 19-year-old radar operator stationed at Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, I'm lost for words. I mean, I appreciate everything they did here, and I feel honored and everything else.
81 years later, the Pennsylvania native, who was among the first to detect the Japanese aircrafts, says he will always be proud of the sacrifices he made for his country.
I'm just glad I did something good for my country. I mean, I always say, if I do something good for my country, I'm happy.
And I asked Staff Sergeant Schimmel what his message would be to the next generation of Americans. He told me to always remain alert and to never forget the events of the past like those that took place 81 years ago today. He also told me he's confident about the future of the nation he and his incredible generation fought so hard to protect, adding that it is still my United States. Reporting live at the state capitol for Erie News Now, I'm Brendan Scanlon.